Hello friends, welcome to learning sessions, and this session is related to the retail banking and the wealth management. And we have already covered the module A and module B, and now we are covering the module C, and we were covering the topic related to the marketing as an introduction. So do confirm the audio video quality at the earliest so that we can proceed. The classes are being held in the morning at 6:15 a.m. But due to some reason, there was no class today. And now we have rescheduled the class at this particular hour. So do confirm the audio video quality at the earliest so that we can proceed related to this particular session. The complete JAIIB crash course is also available where you'll be getting the complete course videos, chapter wise questions, mock test, mega test, and the PDF notes. So make sure to join in, and further this video will be available on the YouTube. You can be watching it later on also. So we were covering the topics related to the marketing, and further the next topic that we're going to cover it's about the marketing in retail banking. So let's just have a look at it. First thing, it's about the marketing analysis. It's about the marketing analysis. The analysis related to what? That we want to understand the market environment, right? So when we are launching the product, before launching the product, we want to understand the market environment. We want to do the market research, like we want to look into the customer needs, preferences, income level. We want to do the competitor analysis, particularly like we want to look what products the competitors are offering, what is their pricing, what is the service quality they are offering, and also we want to do the environmental analysis. We want to do the environmental analysis also. Why we are doing that? So that we can be looking into the regulatory factors, the technological factors, and other factors. So what factors we do look at particularly? We do the market research. We do the market research. The second thing we do, basically there's a competitor analysis. The third thing, it's about the environmental analysis. Right? So we are looking into these key components: the market research, competitor analysis, and the environmental analysis, right? And for this particular purpose, under the market analysis, we look into customer needs, preferences, income levels. For competitor analysis, we do look at that what service quality they're offering, at what price they are offering, what are their products offering. And environmental analysis, we will be looking into the technological preferences or regulatory factors, etc. And we do use the SWOT. Now, SWOT is what? It is strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. SWOT. Like strength, will be looking into the internal advantages which are available. And weaknesses, we will be looking into internal weaknesses or limitations which are available. Opportunities, will be looking external growth areas which are available. And threats, will be looking at the external threats or the competition. Okay. So that's the first thing. That's a marketing analysis that we have to do. The second factor, it's about the planning. It's about the planning, that we are to define a strategy and we are to define a roadmap. We should be having a goal. We should be having an objective, right? So we should be identifying the SBUs. Now, what is SBU? This is strategic business units. We are to identify the strategic business units. We should be setting up the goals. We should be setting up the objectives. Now, the goals are basically for the long-term basis. These are for long-term. And the objectives are basically for the short-term basis. This is for short-term measuring purposes. So we should be having a target market selection, that what particular market we are going to target and what is going to be our positioning strategy, how we are going to position our product, what are the different marketing mix decisions we are going to take, that what should be the pricing, what should be the packaging and everything. Marketing mix we will be learning further also, right? And also we should be looking for the budget allocation, that under the marketing, what should be the expenditure, like that's a budget allocation. So that is also to be looked into. That is basically what we are going to plan for. So we'll be identifying the SBUs, we'll be setting up the goals, objectives, and then we'll be planning the things. The planning would be related to the selection of the market, related to the positioning of the product, related to the marketing mix, and related to the budget allocation, right? Further, the third point, after you have planned everything, now it's a time for the implementation. Now it's a time for the implementation. Now we need to execute the strategy that we planned for, and we should be we should be executing it effectively, and we should be answering some questions like who. Who means we're talking about the target customers, and where means what. Who means the target customers, where means like through the market, through the branch, what channel that we are going to use, when means when the product launch is going to be there, and how means that execution strategy, what it will be there, right? So there are some factors related to it, like proper coordination of the staff, customer centric approach must be there, organizational structure, decision making system, how it is working for you, is there any reward system that's available or incentive system which is available. So these are the, this is related to marketing implementation, so it's about the execution part. So whatsoever the strategy that you were having, after that you are to execute it also, that's it's about the execution part. And the fourth one, it's about the marketing control. It's about the marketing control. And what is the objective here? That we want to ensure that the goals are achieved, right? So we want to achieve the goals. So marketing control is like we want to achieve the goals, right? And for that particular purpose, the deviations should be corrected. If there is any deviation, if there is any deviation, that should be corrected. That is to be taken care of, right? So we'll be doing the performance measurement, we'll be doing the auditing, we will be doing the evaluating. And now after the evaluation, we are to take the corrective actions also. And there are two approaches related to it. The one, it is related to the reactive methodology. Reactive is like when something is done, after that, like after the deviation has already occurred, then you have to take the action. That is reactive control. And the other one is proactive control. Now, proactive control is like that we are using the preventive measures. So under the proactive, we are using the preventive measures. So we are having the four major points related to it. Four major points. The one, it is the marketing analysis. The second one, it is the planning. The third one, it is the implementation. And fourth one, it is the control. So it is API control. It is basically API control. This is how you can be retaining it. This is how you can be retaining. A is for analysis, P is for planning, I is for implementation, and C is basically the control itself. So basically, this is how the marketing in retail banking is being done. The four steps strategy: analysis, planning, implementation, and the control. Then after that, it's about the marketing mix in the retail banking. And here we are going to learn about the 7 Ps model. It's a 7 Ps model that we should be looking into, right? The first one, it's the product. It's the product. So here are the seven Ps. One, it is product, place, price, promotion, physical evidence, people, process. So first one is related to product. That what are the features of the product? What is the quality of the product? How the branding is being done? How the after sales are to be provided? So that's about the features of the product mix. Features of the product mix. We may be offering the different kind of products like saving account, loan account, credit cards, debit cards, deposits, local services, etc., etc. So those will be covered into product, and the features of the product are related to what? That what are the features, what are the characteristics, what is the quality, what is the branding. So those will be covered under the product. That's the product is. Second one, it's about the pricing. Like pricing means that let's say what interest we are charging on the loans, or what interest we are offering on the deposits, or what fees we are charging if it is fee based service or product, right? And it is influenced by what? The price is influenced by the competition, first of all. It's influenced by the market practices. It's influenced by the cost structure. And it's also influenced by the profit objective, right? So what things do affect the product cost? It's the competition, it's the cost structure, it's the profit objective that we are having. And it includes the discounts, the credit terms, the payment terms, and also the payment flexibility if there is any. So that's going to basically reflect into the pricing. The third one, it's about the promotion. Promotion is what? Promotion is a communication strategy to attract the customers. That how we are communicating. Communication strategy. How we are communicating our product. Why? So as to attract the customers. So the more customers do attach with you. So it's a communication strategy so as to attract the customers. We can be using the multiple advertising tools like TV, digital media, print media. They can be the personal selling also, right? It could be the sales promotions, public relations, or direct marketing can be there, like SMS marketing, WhatsApp marketing, email campaigns, etc. The fourth one, it's about the place. Place is related to distribution. Place is related to distribution. The channel through which the services are to be delivered to the customers. It could be the branch, it could be ATM, mobile banking, net banking, business correspondent, business facilitators, right? Direct marketing agents. It could be anything. The fifth one, it's about the people. And when we're talking about the people, it means we are talking about the human resource, the human factor, the human touch that's basically involved in the service delivery. And here we should be focusing upon the training part, how the customer is being handled, what is the attitude of the employee toward the customer, what incentives or motivation is there, right? So that's those are the focus areas under the people. The sixth one, it's about the physical evidence or layout, like the tangible aspect of a service. We are talking about the tangibility that's there in the service. Like when you enter a branch, the ambience there, the atmosphere there, the furnishing there, the layout there, the cleanliness, the branding elements. That's about the physical evidence. And the seventh one, it's about the process. Process is like systems and procedures. It's about the systems and procedures. Systems and procedures for the service delivery purposes, right? So let's say what is the loan processing workflow, complaint handling system, and account opening process. So that's about it. So it's about the 7 P's. The first P is related to product. P is for product. When the product is there, definitely there will be a price related to it. And also, when you have decided the price, then it's a time to promote the product. When you have promoted the product, it should be placed into the market, that how it is distributed into the market. And definitely the people will be involved, like when you have placed into the market, employees will be interacting with the customers, and the customers will be looking into the physical evidence or the layout. And the last, it's related to the process, is all that all matters. So these are the 7 P's, very much important. So this topic is very much important. Clear with it? Do confirm if you have understood the topic so far so that we can proceed. The next one, it's about measuring the marketing effectiveness. It's about measuring the marketing effectiveness. Now, how you can be checking the effectiveness? It is evaluated through the customer response. The customer itself will be telling you that was it good or not. And what are the key indicators? If the customer is satisfied and if there is repetitive usage, like if the customer will be telling you like customer satisfaction level, if the customer is satisfied by the particular product, first thing that will be evaluating your marketing effectiveness. Second thing, it's about the are they able to adopt your product? So we can say adoption of the particular product. And third thing, it's related to the, are they coming again? Are they going to repeat your services again? Are they loyal now? So these are the core basis of measurement related to the marketing effectiveness. Now, if the customer is responsive, like if the positive response is there, that the customer purchase the product, there is like they feel do satisfied, the repetitive transactions will be there, the customer will be visiting you again, and definitely there will be word of mouth promotion. Like you bought a car and it was too good that you're telling everyone that you should be purchasing this car. That is word of mouth promotion. And definitely you'll be going again to that particular company again so as to buy another car for you if you want to, right? And if there is negative response, if the customer is not satisfied, customer will not be coming again. Customer will be leaving your company. Customer won't be coming back to your company because the needs and the expectations of the customers were not satisfied. Those were not satisfied, right? So the effectiveness of the 7 P's is very much required. The effectiveness of 7 P's is very much required for the overall marketing strategy. 7 P's were related to product, pricing, promotion, place, people, process, physical evidence, right? That was the case. So that was a point related to it. And further after that, it's about the benefits of marketing in retail banking. What are the benefits? Definitely, you can be attracting new customers. You can be acquiring new customer base. You can be retaining the previous one. It can be helping you so as to expand the customer base. And definitely, you can be retaining the customers. As a second benefit, like if you offer the personalized communication, special offers, loyalty programs, etc. And the third one, definitely, it's like standing out your brand. It gives you visibility. It basically gives you trust and the credibility, right? And the fourth one, it's related to the product promotion. It's like product promotion. You can be promoting your product or services. Definitely increased usage will be there. You can be cross-selling the other products or upselling the other products, right? Based on the customer profiling, if I have the data analytics with you, higher customer value per relationship can be there. So you can do the cross-selling. And definitely marketing can be helping you so as to collect the customer data. You can be looking into the behavior pattern, how they're interacting with your product. And it can be helping you so as to design customized product, so as to improve the service delivery, right? And the seventh one, it's about the competitive advantage, definitely there. Like you can be offering a unique product feature, or you can be giving a better service quality if you're doing proper marketing, right? And you can be differentiating yourself from the competitors. Then it's about the reputation management. What is reputation management? Like if you do the positive marketing, it is going to build a goodwill for your company. It is going to strengthen the brand image, and it can be definitely be helping you so as to counter the negative perception, right? And you can be maintaining the public trust through this. So these are the benefits of the marketing, right? The common one, but you should be retaining those into your mind so that you can get an idea about it. Everything is not for the cramming purposes. You should be paying attention toward the particular thing. That's it. Okay. So that was all about the chapter number 17. That was all about the chapter number 17. And the next chapter that we're going to start today, it's about the delivery channel in retail bankings. It's about the delivery channels in the retail banking. And definitely it's again going to be very much important. It's going to be very much important. So if you have understood the previous chapter so far, do confirm at the earliest so that we can proceed with this chapter. Okay, so it's about the chapter number 18 from the module C of the retail banking and wealth management. It's about the delivery channel in the retail banking. And what do you mean by delivery channel? Delivery channel is like the different modes that we are talking about through which the bank is going to provide the product or services to the customer, right? And why we want to provide through the different channels? because we want to ensure the convenience for the customers. We want to ensure the accessibility. So we want to ensure what? We want to ensure convenience. Now it is very much convenient that you can be using the mobile banking, net banking, but for some it may not be easy. So they can be assessing the services through the branch. So we should be looking for the convenience. We should be looking for the accessibility. Accessibility. Is this option accessible to you? And also we want to provide a customer experience. Like if you go to a branch, you'll be having a different experience. If you basically using the services through the mobile banking or something, it will be another set of experience that you're having, right? So that's about it. So multi-channel distribution is there. The banks are adopting multi-channel adoption. Like we are using, the banks are using the physical channels and also remote channels. Like in physical channel, we are using the branches, extension counters, ATMs, and in remote channels, the banks are using the internet banking, mobile banking, etc. Right? Clear with it? So under the physical channels, the bank are providing the services through the branches or extension counters. And under the remote channels, we are providing services through the ATMs, through internet banking, and through the mobile banking. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the physical or direct channels. The first one, it's about the branch bank. Very much easy. Now, this is a primary and traditional delivery channel. No one needs to tell you about the branches because you just try to give a tangibility to the service. Otherwise, the services are intangible. You cannot be touching them. You cannot be feel them. So there is a face-to-face interaction with the customer in the uh, direct channels, in the physical channel, like in the branches. So it helps you so as to better understand the customer needs. So better understanding is there because communication is happening over there, right? So it basically kind of builds a trust in the customer, and further, definitely the relationship bonding is there, right? And it provides an assurance and confidence in transactions. And what are the essentials for a good branch? What are the essentials? First of all, it's about the branch layout and the ambience. Like if the proper arrangement of the physical infrastructure is there, it will be much more efficient, and it is focusing upon the customer comfort. Then definitely it's going to promote the operational efficiency. It's going to improve the internal communication. It acts as an image building tool. Let's say if your air conditions are not working all the times, whenever the customers do visit, like if the air conditions are there, hanging there, and if those are not working, it will be having a bad impact. It will be having a bad the customers will be having a bad image about your bank, right? So overall, the point is related to it, right? And further, the another one, it's about the branch layout and the service delivery. Branch layout and the service delivery. Why does it matter about the branch layout and the delivery? Like, see, total automation is there. Single window concept is there, like single window operator, SWO is there. The single one employee is going to handle the multiple services. Desk-based interaction is there, like so as to encourage a one-to-one customer relationship, right? That thing is particularly there. And further, it's about the personal banking branches are there. Personal banking branches. So instead, one shop for all, like branch design has moved to specialized branches. Like you can be having a corporate branch, you can be having an MSME branch, retail banking branch. Now, specialized branches will be helping in what? They will be helping you so as to give the better services in a faster manner. So it's kind of the point that it can be helping so as to reduce the TAT. So as to reduce the TAT. TAT is what? TAT is turnaround time. Let's say the bank promises that they are going to sanction a loan in 15 days. In 15 days, they are able to sanction the loans, or in 5 days, they are to sanction the loans. So the TAT can be maintained only if a specialized banking structure is there. If a specialized branch structure is there, only then it can be maintained. And further, the second point related to it is like physical direct channels, it's related to the business correspondents and the business facilitators. Now, it was basically introduced in 2006 by the Reserve Bank of India. Guidelines were issued by the Reserve Bank of India. And when we're talking about the business correspondents, it's like the individuals or the entities which are appointed by the banks, which are acting as an agent for the bank, and they're providing the basic banking services. So business correspondents do provide the basic banking services. They're acting as an agent for the bank. Like account opening, cash deposit, fund transfer, right? Those services are provided through that. And it's very much advantageous. Why? It's helping in financial inclusion. These are kind of cost effective if we compare to the branch costing. And definitely you cannot be opening the branches everywhere. So there you can appoint the business correspondents, and their local familiarity with the customer is there, and increased convenience with the customer is there. Right. So these are the advantages. The second model related to it, it's business facilitator. It's business facilitators. These are also the individual entities, but they are helping in promotion. They are helping in promotions and facilitation. Like through them, we are providing the facilities. They are facilitators. They are facilitators, but they cannot be handling the cash transactions, or they cannot be executing the cash transactions, right? They can refer the client, they can identify the customers, they can forward the loan application to the bank. They can do help for the documentations. They can do the awareness generation, right? But they cannot be handling the cash transactions. No cash transactions. Not allowed to them, kind of, in a way. They cannot handle the cash transactions. Clear with it? And what are after that, it's about the extension counters. It's about the extension counters, like additional service outlets beyond the main branch. You must have seen that outside a hospital, extension counter is there, or let's say after a university or college, the extension counter is there. So these are the additional service points, additional service outlets beyond the main branch, right? So high demand areas, like you can be finding them outside the educational institutions, hospitals, industrial zones, etc. Right? And what is the purpose? We want to expand the banking reach so as to provide the localized services without full branch setup. The full branch setup is not required. It's just like you're providing the services through the additional set, right? And further after that, it's about the electronic or remote delivery channels. Electronic or the remote delivery channels. The first one, it's about the ATM, that is the automated teller machine. It's about the automated teller machine. So ATM, as we know, these are the self-service electronic devices. Like you can do the banking transactions out of it. And it's there for the customer convenience. It basically reduces the dependency upon the branches, and the operational cost is also low. Operational cost is low. It's kind of give a facility for the convenience purposes. Service cost is low. And there are types of ATMs, like we're having the on-site ATM and off-site ATM. Like on-site ATM is like which is located within the branch premises. Within the branch premises, the ATM is there. It can be used for the cash withdrawal, cash deposit, balance inquiry purposes, etc. And let's say offsite ATM is like which is not in the branch. It's like outside the branch, like in some market, in some mall, in some public place. And it gives wider accessibility because it's independent from the branch location, right? So it's an offsite ATM. And further, if we look at the ATM transactions, ATM transaction charges or ATM transactions, that basically like what? If we are talking about the ATM transactions, now there are free 5 transactions which are available per month. Free 5 transactions are available free of cost every single month from own bank ATM. Like you are a customer of HDFC and you are using the HDFC ATM, you can be getting 5 free transactions per month. It includes all the transactions, whether it is financial transaction or non-financial transactions, both will be there, right? But at the other ATM locations, it will be like 3 transactions only in the metro areas which are available to you. 3 transactions are available to you. At the other banks ATMs or in the metro location, you'll be getting 3 free transactions per month. The 3 free transactions will be there. Clear with it? Kindly do confirm. And what about the charges? Like charges beyond the limit. What are the charges beyond the limit? Do answer at the least. Any idea? Kindly do answer at the earliest. Now the minimum free transactions are available. Like if you use your own ATM, on bank ATM, and at the metro location, it will be three transactions only. But let's say if it is not metro location and it's other bank ATM, then it is 5 free transactions per month. But what are the charges beyond the free transaction? It is rupees 21 per transaction. It is rupees 21 per transaction, and GST will be applicable additional. Additional GST will be applicable there, right? And then there are the guidelines for the failed transactions also. There are guidelines for the failed transaction. Like if you if basically you went for the transaction, you did a transaction, the amount was debited. Let's say the amount was debited, but not dispensed. The cash was not dispensed. Then the amount must be recredited within a period of T plus 5 days. Within a period of T plus 5 days from the date of complaint, the amount must be credited. Even if the complaint is not filed within 5 days, it should be credited. Otherwise, beyond the T plus 5 days, rupees 100 per day is to be paid as compensation. Rupees 100 per day has to be paid as a compensation. Clear with it? After that, it's the concept of the WLA. It's a concept related to the WLA. Now, what is WLA? WLA is white label ATM. White label ATMs. So, white label ATMs or WLA, these are set up, owned, and operated by the non-banking entities. These will be set up, owned, and operated by the non-banking entities, and these will be providing the ATM services to the for all banks. But there are no free transactions. No free transactions. So even the first transaction will be chargeable, and it should be indicated on the screen that the transaction is chargeable and not free. So it does provide the cash withdrawal, balance inquiry, mini statement, pin change, all the facilities are available. But WLAs are interoperable. This is mandatory. This is mandatory for the WLA, right? Any bank can be using this WLA over here, right? And further, here the same ATM norms would be applicable. And the WLA operators are allowed so that they can be charging directly from the customers. They can be charging directly for the customers. And there is an update related to the transaction charges, like I missed that. Now the particular cost is not rupees 21, it is rupees 23 per transaction. This is 23 rupees transaction. Sorry, not for this, for WLA. For WLA, it is basically, it has been increased from 21 to 23. It is now rupees 23. All right. Clear with it so far? Do confirm. So WLA are those ATMs which are owned, set up, owned and operated by the non-banking entities. And these are permitted by the Reserve Bank of India. And the operators are called to be white label ATM operators. After that, it's about the ATM issues and the risks. Definitely, the breakdown could be there. It could be related to power failure, network failure, machine fault could be there, right? Cash handler errors could be there, right? So those can be the cases. And also the cash dispensation errors could be there. It could be related to the cash dispensation errors. And the resolution must be there within T plus 5 days basis for the cash dispensation errors related to cash dispensation. It should be resolved within T plus 5 days basis after the complaint. Otherwise, rupees 100 per day, the penalty compensation is to be paid. And also it's a case related to the cash out, that there is no cash in the ATM. If there is no cash, then the RBI penalty is rupees 10,000 per ATM. Like if the ATM is out of cash for greater than 10 hours a month, no cash for 10 hours a month, then there is a penalty of rupees 10,000 per ATM. For the whatsoever the currency that is to be used in ATM, that should be ATM fit. The sorted notes should be there, and it should be ensured using the high-tech sorting machines. And proper grievance redressal mechanism must be there. Proper grievance redressal mechanism should be there so that easy complaint registration is there, and also the quick resolution should be there. So the grievance redressal mechanism should be there, which should be easy so as to register the complaint, and also the quick resolution should be there. And what are the security measures that can be taken care of? Like there can be the caretaker at the offsite ATMs. Then there can be the arrangement with the local police authorities. And further, the security screen should be there on the machine, like the privacy screen should be there. And auto logout feature must be there after the invalid pin attempt. Auto logout facility must be there. These security measures can be taken care. And also the customer should be aware enough, like customer should be looking into the safety instructions and the posters. The customer should be following the user manuals, right? And the awareness to the customers can be given through the print media, through the radio advertisements, the surveys, calls, messages, or direct marketing. You can be giving awareness to the customers. Like you must have received the message that bank never asks you for the debit pin. Do not share your debit pin, right? So these are kind of the awareness measures which can be taken. And now what is the process of ATM operation? Now, first of all, we do what? The customer inserts the card or swipes the card. The transaction is just initiated, right? Second thing, the card details are being read by the read from the magnetic strip or from the uh, uh, basically chip what is there, right? It basically reads the data from there. And after that, the card validation is done by the system. Then the card validation or the card recognition process is done by the system. Now, when the card is recognized, the system will be asking you for the PIN, that is a personal identification number, the 4-digit PIN or the 6-digit PIN is to be entered, right? And further, the verification is to be done like through the PIN matching. The PIN should be matched. It will be looking into the card validity. It will be looking into the fraud status check, right? So that's basically allowed. Now, when you just enter the PIN number and you hit enter, through the ATM switch, the data will be passed, and further the PIN number, etc., and all the details will be checked. Whether the PIN is all valid, the card is valid, it will be looking into the fraud status and all, right? And the 3 attempts will be given to you. The 3 attempts would be allowed to you so as to enter the correct PIN. And if you fail to do so, the card will be seized or the card will be blocked. And the card, you won't be able to, like, let's say, either remove the card from the tray, or it will be the case that you can be removing the card, but the card is freezed and you cannot be reusing the card, right? And after that, the customer, after if the verification is all done and all correct, now you will be selecting the particular option that you want to withdraw, you want to query, you want to transfer the funds or something, right? Then you'll be entering the amount. You'll be the system will be verifying of the system will be verifying the things, like the through the network, like through the RuPay card network, through the Visa, through the Mastercard, the data will be flowing to the concerned bank where all the checks will be made, like what is the outstanding balance and what is the transaction limit and everything. And if everything is working all fine, if everything is working all fine, after the verification, the transaction is if approved, then the cash will be dispensed and the receipt will be generated, and further the card will be ejected. So that's the process which is being followed. That's the process which is being followed, right? In the case of the ATM cards. Further after that, it's about the next topic. That's a CRM. Now, what is CRM? This is cash recycling machine. The cash recycle. Now, what do you mean by recycle? Like you basically withdraw and you can also be depositing. So these are the advanced self-service banking machines. These are the advanced self-service banking machines, which do combine the features like you can be doing the cash dispense like from the ATMs, and you can also be depositing the cash like in the CDMs. CDM is cash deposit machine through which you can deposit the cash, and ATM is like from where you can dispense the cash or withdraw the cash. Now it will be combining both. The cash recycling machine will be combining both. So there is no cash shortage. You can be depositing the amounts, you can be withdrawing the cash. So it accepts the cash deposits and also dispenses the cash withdrawals. So it reuses the deposited cash for the withdrawal purposes. So there is recycling of the cash. So it reduces the cash handling cost. And further, basically, it also reduces the need for visiting the branches because you can deposit the cash also, you can withdrawing the cash also. And moreover, this facility is available 24 by 7. 24 by 7, whenever you want, you can be depositing the cash, you can be withdrawing the cash. Faster transactions are there. Operational efficiency is definitely increased, and your dependency on the branch network is reduced. And definitely the operational cost is also reduced because there is reduced cash replenishment requirement in that. Further, it's about the point of sale terminal. It's about the POS, point of sale terminal. So POS is what? POS is the electronic device. Electronic device which is used by whom? Which is used by the merchants. Merchants are like, let's say, shopkeeper, petrol pump owners, etc. Those are being used by the merchants so that they can process the customer payments. Through which what can happen? Either we are to scan the QR code. Now the POS machines are available where we can simply scan the QR code and can make the payment, or we can be swiping the card, or we can be inserting the card, and that information will be read by the machine itself, and further it can facilitate the card payment and the digital payments also, right? And previously, now for the tier 1 centers, you can also be withdrawing the cash through the POS. You can also be withdrawing the cash through the POS, and now the limit is enhanced to rupees 2000. For the POS purposes, the cash withdrawal limit has been enhanced. Previously, it was what? Previously, it was rupees 1000, but now it has been enhanced to rupees 2000 per day, right? Further after that, it's about the features. What are the features of it? Mainly used for what? Mainly this is used for the purchase transactions. Like you're going to a shop, you have to buy something, you just swipe the card or you just made the digital payment through it. That's it, done, right? And it gives a real-time authorization. Instant fund transfer is there to the merchant. And how does it work? Like you are a customer, you went to the shop, the merchant gave you the POS, you scanned the QR code, or let's say you you basically inserted the card, and through the acquiring bank. Acquiring bank is a bank who has acquired the merchant. Through the acquiring bank, the data will be flowing to the network. Let's say it's a Visa card that was inserted. So it will be Visa network. And through the network, it will be flowing to the card issuing bank. And the card issuing bank will be authorizing the transaction, and the authorization code will be sent. And the transaction will be all done, and the funds will be transferred to the acquiring bank. That's a merchant bank, right? So this is how it works. Now, if we look at the types of POS machines, first one, it's related to ECR. It's the ECR. What is ECR? It is electronic cash register. like the large retailers, high volume merchants do use the ECR. And here it's just like that the complete detail is there, like related to product code, everything is just mentioned over there. That's basically used by the large merchants, large retail chains. And the second one, it's related to the dial-up terminals. It's related to dial-up terminals, and these connect through the telephone line. Dial authorization number for the transaction approval is there, right? And what is the POS process? The customer selects a product or service, merchant enters the amount, right? And customer presents the payment mode, and the POS terminal is going to verify the transaction, authorize the transaction, like I just told you, and transaction is improved and approved, and the receipt is generated, and the funds are settled into the merchant's account. That's the case. After that, it's about the internet banking. After the POS delivery channel, electronic channel, it's about the internet banking. Internet banking is like online banking services which do enable the customer so as to assess the account. You can be performing the multiple transactions through the internet, and there is no need to visit the physical branch for that particular case, right? So that can be done online only. And there are types of the internet banking. Like first one, it's related to the basic informational website. Now, internet banking previously was the very basic one through which only the information would be provided to you. There was no transactional capability, like just a website. You just open the website and the information is given over there related to product or service. That was a very basic informational website. That's a type one. The another category is like simple transactional website, like you can simply do the balance square inquiry, or you can service request something, you can submit the application, but you cannot be performing the transaction as such, right? And the third one is related to fully transactional website. You can be doing the fund transfer, you can be doing the bill payments, utility payments, GST payments, etc., etc. Everything can be done. That's a fully transactional website. So these are the three stages: basic level informational website, simple transactional website, let's view banking we say, or fully transactional websites through the fund transfer, the bill payments can be done, right? And who will be the eligible customers for this? Like the proprietary concerns are also eligible, the corporate concerns are also eligible, and even if you are having a single account, either survivor account or any one of survivor account, you can be having a internet banking access. But if it is possible that jointly operated account, the internet banking can be issued? No, cannot be issued. Internet banking cannot be issued. Like joint operations account, in case the joint account operations are there, in case the minors are there, the internet banking facility cannot be offered. Further, it's related to procedure for internet banking. You need to submit the application first of all, the KYC verification will be done, the due diligence will be done, and account linking, like if the customer is having the multiple accounts, you'll be issued a user ID and the password. And these days you can be generating the password yourself also using the ATM pin and ATM details. And further, the internet banking activation will be there. And like for the first time when you'll be logging into, if a particular generic password was provided to you, it will be asking you for the password change. That will be mandatory for you, and after that you will be able to access the services. And what are the guidelines by the Reserve Bank of India? Because internet banking is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. And if you want to offer the internet banking services, prior approval from the Reserve Bank of India is to be taken. It is to be taken. Approval is to be taken before undertaking the internet banking, right? That's basically mandatory. And security policy is to be submitted with the independent auditor certification related to security policy. That is, what is your security policies? What are the different precautions that you have taken? What kind of services that you are going to offer? So that is to be submitted, and that should be audited by a independent auditor certificate, right? And further, the security breaches, if there are any, let's say if there is any breach or any failure into the security system, that is to be reported, and that is mandatory. And further, the interbank payment gateways must be established. The bank should be establishing the interbank payment gateways for settlement of transactions between the different banks, right? Interbank payment gateways. So not like that you are transacting your bank transaction only, but the interbank payment gateway must be there. And further, only members of check clearing systems can be participating into the internet banking facilities in the country. And you have to disclose the points related to the risks, related to your responsibilities, related to the customer liabilities, those mandatory disclosures must be there. Those mandatory disclosures must be there. Clear with it? Do confirm at the earliest that if you are able to understand these points so far. The next one that we're going to talk about, it's the IPG. It's about the IPG, that is a Internet Payment Gateway. Internet Payment Gateway. Internet Payment Gateway is like a secure interface. I'm writing some points over here. It's a secure interface. Why I'm talking about an interface? Because it's an interface between the merchant and the customer. Internet Payment Gateway. Now, how you'll be connected? Like if we are just working within a bank, it's a intra network. It's a intra network. It is not connected to the internet as such, right? But we want to connect it to the other banks also. So there is interbank payment gateway. So let's say if it's bank A and if it is bank B, all right, you want to connect with another bank or the different other banks. So for that purpose, interbank payment gateway will be there, like through which you are connected to the multiple banks, right? And also if you want to connect it to the merchants, to the through the POS or something, then the internet gateway must be there. And there will be a payment gateway. There will be a third party through which you'll be connected to the different banks, through the different merchants. Not direct connection between the merchant and the bank is there. So this particular is said to be the payment gateway. That is an internet payment gateway. So it's a secured interface between whom? Between the bank and further between the merchants. So it's a gateway through which you will be connected. It's just like a road through which you're connecting to the different destinations. And it supports the online payments through the credit card, debit card, internet banking, etc. And definitely you have to, comply with the standards of Visa, Mastercard, RuPay, etc. It should be fully secure. Transaction is to be there. The main purpose is what, that we want the transaction to be fully secured. The security standards which are mandated by the Visa, Mastercard, RuPay card, those must be implemented, right? Proper KYC verification is to be done. Merchant onboarding after merchant will be onboard only after verification. Unauthorized merchant is not to be onboarded, right? So transaction tracking software is to be provided. Customer software will be there installed through which you can be, tracking the payment. Real-time monitoring of the e-commerce transactions can be done. So that's the case related to the internet payment gateway. Further, it's related to internet banking security measures. It's about the internet banking security measures. The first one, it's about the technology standards. Like we should be using the firewalls, encryption like 128-bit encryption, 256-bit encryption, right? The multiple encryptions are there. SS control systems are there. It could be a physical SS control or digital SS control, right? And the verification of the digital signatures. Even if you're using a mobile application, it could be the case that you can be repudiating that you were not using the application. So it's like authenticity is being done through the digital signature, like the codes which are recorded, which basically maintain the integrity of the transaction. And also it could be the usage of PKI. It could be the usage of the PKI, that is public key infrastructure. That is a public key infrastructure is there. Like in case of public key infrastructure, there are two keys. One, it is a public key, which is available publicly, and one, it is a private key. And the main purpose is only the combination of the two can be used so as to verify the document, right? So it's like maintaining the integrity throughout the journey of the document, and it cannot be like altered. It cannot be assessed while you're not having both of the keys. So it basically helps in secure communication for the authentication purposes. And further, it's related to the security policy. The third one is the public infrastructure. The fourth one is related to the security policy. So bank must be defining a board approved comprehensive policy, which should be covering the risk, assess how the data is being protected and everything. And then it's related to data privacy protection. It's related to the data privacy protection. Right? The customer information must be protected. Like no unauthorized access must be given to the customer data. Data breaches should not be there. And moreover, if there is any breach, that should be reported to the Reserve Bank of India promptly. That should be reported. Then it is related to the risk assessment and the mitigation. The sixth one, it's related to the risk assessment and the mitigation, that the particular risk should be evaluated and the control implementations must be in place. Those must be placed. We should be working with the appropriate mitigation strategies. Further, it's about the secure network architecture. Like the network must be strong enough, the architecture must be strong enough, right? So as to prevent the unauthorized intrusions, and the system integrity must be maintained, right? So that's the case. So that was all about today video. I hope that you must have understood the concept so far. If you want to get the complete crash course, simply just do WhatsApp JAIIB crash to the number 83609444207 and I'll be sharing all the details with you. Thank you so much and see you again in the next video.